Watch me walk across that river.
I'll sort of stand here and... At first, Silk and Commonweal were partnering to support some programming, and then we applied through Commonweal for a Sask Arts Board grant for a residency, and that was the first of a 4-year residency through Commonweal. And there were key players. One of them is Barry Lasco. He was at the first workshop with Kazumi and Fidesz.
My imagination was already vast, but my creativity was slowly behind my imagination. I went to every workshop it was to it my juices flowing, and through conversations with Tracy and during the years, this into this was born.
Regina has always been a hotbed of political arts activism, both in visual arts and in performance arts. And this goes back for decades. And one of the key players in this was Commonweal, community arts. Community engaged practice was what defined Commonweal.
No, we are not invisible. Give us a chance to shine and we'll go far.
And go. In some ways, working with Listen to This with the diversity of ways of being in the world is fantastic. It's about having material that you're connected to, that matters to you, and then finding out how close you can get those things together for the synapse to spark. Also, when I was talking to Tracy about it, it was really clear that there was an impetus from her, from within a lot of the members of the group, to find a way to create a larger form of material, a way to put material together as a group, and to have a possible bigger arc. So it's not just one person does one little thing and the next person does one little thing.
My broken voice, my tough hide.
The exercises that I brought forward on that level were really chosen because it was all about ensemble.
3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Gotta dance, dance like this.
Well, I had a great opportunity to work with the group last March, so March of 2013, I just came in as a guest teacher for Tracy and came in to do some improv with the group, which is a large portion of my background is improvisational theater. And so what we were doing were these sort of spitball sessions with the group of bringing in as much material as possible, just generating a storm of material, poetry and thoughts and songs and other training opportunities that kept coming up.
The scene in which we meet the Sisters of Fate.
In the midst of darkness, light. In the midst of death, life. In the midst of chaos, order. In the midst of...
Some of the poems started to have this Greek tone to them, and because it was all about sort of the way life had been dealt to some people, or pinnacle moments, that something just struck me that there was an idea of fate, an idea of how you deal with what you've been given.
There's a lot of lights and cameras and all kinds of shit happening.
You don't see me.
You don't see us.
Are they all in wheelchairs?
And there we go. Well, onward. The next time you've been invited to present this on May 27th for the anniversary of the Cathedral Village Festival on the main stage.
Good job, everyone.
Good job, everyone is right. And thanks for showing up at 8 in the morning.
I met Tracy Foster the first night I went for open mic night at Silk. She kind of introduced me to this idea of a group of people living with disabilities. So that struck something with me because I have ADHD, and so kind of little community there. And so I started going there, and it was on Wednesdays. There was about a year of like where we weren't attached to Silk and we weren't established as a nonprofit, or us as a group of the Listen to Dis group kind of kept meeting and kept talking and just kept staying in touch and stayed connected and everything. And Tracy would come in and meet with us and do some stuff, and then when she could, and then other times we would just meet all together and either have some food or discuss things or whatnot. So we did that for about a year and a half, 2 years. And then started talking about the nonprofit kind of thing, which I know nothing about. So luckily people do know things about that.
Every program gets to a place where it has reached its natural conclusion as a residency, with the stipulations of tiny pockets of program money coming and something like Listen to Dis that has reached that natural end, but still has so much work to do that really what they need to do is become an independent nonprofit, which is what they did.
We are Listen to Dis Community Arts. We are Saskatchewan's only disability-led disability arts organization. This is our collective, Listen to Dis Voice.
Thank you for seeing me. 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 Thank you for seeing me.
And I see Listen to Dis having impact in ways that are not just sort of maybe the quieter or the unseen things. I mean, Tracy's work with the Saskatchewan Arts Board to create an inclusive grant portion to make it so that more people that look like us, sound like us, feel like us, will see their art represented. It's a tangible step that sort of the traditional arts apparatus sees as legitimate because it's being legitimized by the second oldest arts board in the world.
We've become something that Saskatchewan hasn't met yet, and we're now being faced with educating our funders. The interdependence, I think, which is a very significant model of existence in disability culture, something, we celebrate that. That interdependence somehow is what also connected the dots to help organize having an organization and the programming within that organization that we have today.
I'm so inspired by the space that has been cultivated and carved for crip artists, for people with disabilities, for those who are so often considered other. Being part of that, being part of the evolution of that, of something new and something that's so necessary is so exciting to me artistically. And working with artists and people who I have so much to learn from. It's like a constant, I'm constantly humbled by the learning
that I have to do. And I think I'm finding my way, that there's a culture to this group and to this room that I'm stepping into as a guest and as a visitor, and it's a deep privilege and a beautiful learning opportunity for me as a director and a creator.
Definitely what I'd love to see people take away from our shows is getting a new sense of, I never thought of it that way. Or just like, there's really no difference at all in between those who walk and those who use wheelchairs. We all have our ways of living, and live and let live, in a sense.
I feel that I've been able to explore a different career choice through LTD in terms of acting, because I never believed that was one day possible. I always live in the possible, but I was like, acting, really? Like, is that really something I can do? Look at me. What do I have to offer in terms of acting? So that really puts it on top. It's like, well, we have it now. We have an opportunity to act and show who we are because of LTD.
Beautiful thing about Listen to This is that everyone comes from a different place. You know, we're not like, this isn't just a spinal cord injury acting group. It's people with autism, people with spina bifida, anything. But it's a place where you can go and be accepted, no matter your difference. The most important part for myself and from what I've learned with working with the group, that it's all journey-based. Like, the importance of the work is what we get out of creating it. It's not necessarily the finished product at all. So it's always going to be the fun that we've had writing, what discoveries we've made together, the fun that we have singing together and building together and laughing and improvising and the characters that we can create. And what does that do for us going home at the end of the night, right? I mean, of course, it's a way to build friendship. Like, the group has become very, very close. It's this collective sharing that I think is so important in the group. Sitting in a circle and talking about our weeks and sharing with each other. Like, I think some of the members, like, that's something that they look forward to almost the most every week.
I've been doing some projects related to light drawings, interventions of light in the space. And we would play with lights, and we would record those movements in camera, in a still camera, and then produce those drawings. So that was the initial workshop I did with a group of LTD. So one of the first things that it was kind of, to me, remarkable is what like the group totally embraced, okay, whatever we have to do. And I guess it comes also from their own lives. They do whatever just to cross the street, you know? So it was just like right away that was really embraced.
What Listen to This really done for me, I think it made me realize more about myself more than anything. It's really hard to describe because I always thought I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. There is no way I could do this. And then I surprised myself, and then people were like, we told you can't do this. And I'm like, I didn't think I could. And yeah, it's more of an eye-opener with me coming to terms with my own disability. Be like, my disability is not an obstacle. It's just something I have to work around.
The difference with most of the people that I meet who are visibly disabled or declare as disabled when their disability is invisible is that the opportunity hasn't been had. So when there is an established ground, I'm good to go here, I'm safe to paint or talk or sing, the amount of energy that comes forward is very significant. I think that's one of the biggest difference. Holding space long enough to make it safe for somebody to actually take pleasure in expressing sometimes even the really deep stuff. Yeah.
We don't let our disabilities or cognitive difference get in the way of it. Its impact has helped me realize that it doesn't matter about my autism spectrum. I'm going to work as hard as anyone else to get to where I want to go. It's not about like acceptance or feeling included. It's about we're each our own person, and we want to do get to that place the same amount as everybody. It's just there's a few more hurdles.
It's very important that groups like Listen to This Voice can count on institutions like the University of Regina or the Faculty of Media, Art and Performance in particular, to be an ally in developing concepts, developing artistic concepts that are important to society at large. And if we can be participants and partners and allies around these ideas, then we've achieved something that's really important and that can move society forward.
We're growing exponentially, and we're doing our best to keep up with that growth without compromising our own personal health and without compromising the art that we're creating as well.
Just keep an eye out for Listen to This, because things are starting to change around the world, and I think it's going to be beautiful. Yeah, we aren't done.
I'm stronger every day. I've got my faith. I've got no time to waste to get to where I need to be. I got my back to the wall. I've got nowhere to fall. I'm standing up tall. Watch me walk across that river. Look the devil in the eye.